Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. May I have your attention, please? Today, first of all, we are going to learn how to write a discussion essay. This is one of the two most important essay types. One is opinion essay and other is discussion essay. And mostly up to 90% chances are that in your actual Ielts test, you are going to get either opinion or discussion. Other essay types are very rare or unusual, but still you need to prepare all four types: problem, solution, advantages, disadvantages, because you never know when you take your Ielts test which essay they are going to give you. As far as discussion essay is concerned, the first thing is you should be able to identify that this is a discussion essay. So there are two things. In a discussion essay, they always give you two contrasting views. Now, what is a contrasting view? They'll give you one view and then they'll give you opposite or opposing to that view. So, whenever there are two contrasting views in one sentence, for that they use the word while, however, whilst, on the other hand, right? Two contrasting views, number one. Number two, whenever there is a discussion essay, they always use the word discuss both views, or sometimes they write discuss both views and give your own opinion. The word discuss will be used in a discussion essay. Now, you might ask me a question: if the topic is discuss both views and give your own opinion, then why it is not opinion essay, right? Remember, the outcome of discussion is your opinion. Whenever you discuss something, for example, village life, what is the opposite to that? City life, right? Own country, opposite to that, foreign country, right? So, whenever there are two contrasting views and you're going to discuss both, conclusion means which view is better than the other one. And by the way, that is your opinion. What's the opinion? That going to a foreign country is better than studying in your own country. What's your opinion? City life is far better than living in any village. So this is what we call your opinion. Otherwise, it is not an opinion essay. It's a discussion essay. You should follow the plan for discussion essay. But in discussion essay, you must give your opinion as well. And what is opinion? Two sides of discussion. The side that you support or the side that you think is better, that is what you're going to mention, and we call it your opinion. Clear? Okay, now please come to your books, page number 39. We've got this in the middle, over here, please. We have a topic in the middle. Some people view teenage conflict with their parents as a necessary part of growing up. Now, whenever you read the topic, you must interpret the topic in Urdu, Punjabi, whatever you are comfortable with, right? Because understanding of the topic, as I told you before, there are two T's which are very important: type of the essay and the topic of the essay. Type means opinion essay, discussion essay, problem solution essay, and the topic means something on which you have to write. Okay, so two T's should be clear, then you can proceed. Now, when this says some people view means according to some people. In simple English, I'm going to translate. You can even translate into your first language, mother tongue, that's fine. Teenage conflict with their parents is as a necessary part of growing up. Now listen, teenage conflict. What is teenage conflict? When children reach their teenage, they often argue with their parents. If the parents say, go to sleep, say, well, it's the weekend, I don't want to sleep early tonight. If they're using screens so much, the parents might say, don't use your mobile all the time. And then they say, well, I've already studied, so I want to, they argue. So this is what we call teenage conflict with their parents. Now, what's the first view? Some people view teenage conflict with their parents as a necessary part of growing up. Means it's normal. There is nothing to worry about. When children reach their teen age, they often argue about these things, and that's all right. This is the first side of discussion. Now, for God's sake, topic is not teenagers. Topic is not parents. Topic is not argument. Topic is, some people view teenage conflict with their parents as necessary part of growing up, means it is normal. Now let's see what is next. Whilst. They will use the word whilst, while, on the other hand, however, and I told you two contrasting views, right? Whilst others see it. What does it mean by others? Other people, right? Others see it as something negative which should be avoided. Now look here. Teenagers' conflict with their parents is normal. Number one side of argument. Second side, teenagers' conflict with their parents is negative. It should be avoided. Now, these are two things which you are going to discuss. And what is your opinion? At the end, you will decide teenagers' conflict with their parents is okay. There is no problem with that. Gradually, children learn, and after their teenage, they become more respectful to their parents. Or teenagers' conflict with their parents is something really negative. It must be avoided, and teenagers should learn to respect their parents at an early age, or anything like that. That's what we call your opinion. Is that clear? And then it's written, discuss both views and give your own opinion. Now, I'm going to give you a sort of a layout of a discussion essay. Remember, in discussion essay, you will write 4 paragraphs. Okay? The first paragraph is introduction, and there are 2 ways of writing introduction, and I will explain both ways. Then you can see whichever is convenient for you, you can adopt that one. After that, we have 2 body paragraphs. Remember, between introduction and conclusion, we have body paragraphs. So in discussion essay, we have 2 body paragraphs, and in these 2 paragraphs, you will discuss both sides. A point to be noted, whenever you are writing a discussion essay, it's a good idea to use third person plural tone. What is third person plural? People think, people believe, according to some people, according to a vast majority of people, right? You will not write I think, I believe, in my opinion, and all that, because you will discuss both sides, right? And it's a good idea to discuss them in third person, one thing. Second, out of both sides, you need to decide before you write your essay which side I actually favor. For example, if you're going to write an essay on city life and village life, and you know in your heart that you are going to eventually favor city life, so it's a good idea when you write body of the essay, first you talk about city life. And then secondly, you can talk about village life because you favor city life. And in case if you favor village life, you can start with village life first, and then you can write a paragraph on city life, and then you can conclude. You understand? The point that you favor, for example, studying in your own country and studying abroad. Now, you know you are going to favor studying abroad. So you will write this first body paragraph, second paragraph of your essay, that is going to be in favor of studying abroad. You will discuss that point. Then in the next paragraph, you will discuss the next point, that is studying in your own country. And then in conclusion, you can mention, and by the way, you can give your opinion in conclusion, or you can even give your opinion in the first paragraph, no problem. And what is the opinion? That I strongly believe studying in a foreign country is far better than studying in your own country. That is what we call conclusion. Okay?
You said the opinion also the difference.
Oh, all right, I tell you. Whenever there is an opinion essay, they use the language, how far do you agree or disagree with this statement? They will give you statement. They will not give you 2 contrasting views. 2 contrasting views are only given in a discussion essay. For opinion essay, they use the word, how far do you agree or disagree? To what extent do you agree or disagree? Right? What do you think? Do you think this is a positive or a negative development? Do you think advantages outweigh disadvantages? So any question like that. And for opinion essay, as you know, we write 5 paragraphs. Right? First of all, introduction. Then if you agree, 2 points for agreement. If you disagree, 2 points for disagreement. two arguments for disagreement, and then one paragraph contrast where you look at the other side and then conclusion. So this is how we can differentiate these two. Okay, now we're going to have we're going to learn how to write the first paragraph, which is called introduction. Please come over here. Okay, now please listen. In introduction, there are two important things, right? Or total there are 4 components of introduction. Now it's up to you if you want to go over with 2 essential components and 2, I would not say non-essential, but 2 extra components. It's up to you. If you want to write 4 sentences in your introduction, the first sentence is always a general sentence about the topic. And you write that sentence by saying, according to some people, these days, at present, right? So you write, in a minute I'll show you all these things, by the way. You will write a general sentence about the topic. Number 2, write another sentence to support the general sentence. I'm telling you this introduction plan where you will write 4 sentences. Introduction, write a general sentence about the topic, add another sentence to support the first one. Third sentence is called paraphrasing the topic, rewording the topic. In your own words, in your own language, you can paraphrase the topic. And finally, fourth sentence in introduction is called thesis sentence, or you call it plan. Now, out of 4, 2 things are quite essential. Number 1, paraphrasing the topic. Number 2, your thesis sentence. So if you even write 2 sentences in introduction, perfectly all right. If you want to write 4 sentences, then first sentence is a general sentence about the topic. Second, add another sentence to support that one. And third sentence, paraphrasing or repeating the topic in your own words. And finally, your plan or your thesis sentence, right? Now, let's go through a 4-sentence plan which is given on the same page here. Topic is same, by the way. The first sentence. There is no doubt that the teenage years can be difficult for both the youngsters and the parents. Now, this is a general sentence about the topic. Second sentence is going to add on to the same sentence. Second sentence is during this period. What do they mean by this period? Teenage. And by the way, when they say during this period, these 2 sentences are being connected, right? During this period, many young people argue with their parents about their education, relationship, and control. Now, the next sentence is paraphrasing the topic, means topic ko apne words mein bayan karna. And when it comes to paraphrasing the topic, 2 things are important: rewording and rearranging. Rearranging means you can talk about the things. For example, if they said in the question something first, you can say that last, and you can talk about something else first. Because if you copy any sentence from the question, that will be out of the word count. You see, the topic is written very well, and I copy one sentence as it is from there, that will be out of your word count, right? Out of word count means they will not consider that. So, this third sentence, rewording or paraphrasing the topic, you can rearrange that. Now, they say, some say, in the topic they said some people view. So what is rewording? Some say. You can even change it according to the point of view of some people, like that. Some say this is an important part of growing up. This means teenagers conflict with their parents. That's right. This is an important part of growing up, comma, while others argue. It's a compound sentence. While others argue, it causes more harm than good. It means teenage conflict with their parents. Now, the last sentence is your thesis sentence. Thesis sentence is called your plan. Plan means, now, in the plan you will tell 2 things. Number 1, you will tell the examiner that I have understood the type of the essay, right? Number 2, you will tell the examiner what your position or your stance is on that essay. Now, for example, if we say, in this essay, I will look at both sides of the argument and give my opinion. So, what's the essay type? discuss both views and give your own opinion. By the time you write this sentence, examiner will be clear that yes, this candidate has understood the topic and the type. And if you write over here, for example, in this essay, I will talk about advantages and disadvantages of teenagers' conflict with their parents. Topic misunderstood. So thesis sentence tells the reader that you have understood the type of the essay and what your position on that topic is.
Sir, इसमें agreement or disagreement नहीं show करते हैं?
No.
To agree with the-
No, you will not agree, but at the end when you conclude, then you write that you agree with one side of discussion. Yeah.
So यहाँ पर भी कर सकते हैं?
Yeah, if you speak English, it's better. You are IELTS candidate, huh? Okay, so, and one more thing, listen up, listen, for you, I answer this question in detail. When you write an essay that is discuss both views only, then you can write 4 paragraphs. Introduction, discuss one view, discuss other view. In conclusion, give your opinion that I support this view. But when they specifically mention, for example, discuss both views and give your own opinion. Now, if you want, you can write even 5 paragraphs. Introduction, discuss one view, discuss second view, give your opinion. And your opinion means which view you support. Write a separate paragraph for that and then you can write conclusion. It's up to you.
No, sir, I am talking about thesis statement that we have to agree or disagree.
You don't have to say that. Because let me tell you one thing. Agree, disagree is opinion essay. Over here, you're going to discuss 2 sides and then you're just going to draw a result. And that result is which side you support. Right? And that's on the base. For example, sometimes in schools, they have declamation contests. Girls are more intelligent than boys or boys are more intelligent than girls. Then they have this thing, they give examples and all that. At the end, they conclude. So hence it is concluded, girls are far more intelligent than boys, or boys say boys are far more intelligent, like something like that. So that's what we call conclusion. So you will discuss both sides impartially and then you will draw a conclusion, and conclusion, opinion means which side you support. I tell you, giving your opinion on a statement is opinion essay. But when they give you 2 sides, that is a discussion essay. Yeah. Okay, now you must have received a handout like this. 22 templates for IELTS writing. Yeah. Okay, now we've got this essay template 17. Argument. Argument means topic. Some people think it is acceptable. Can I have a pen, please? It is acceptable to use animals for the benefit of humans. Now just think about it. Use animals for the benefit of human. And some people think it is acceptable, means it's all right. There is nothing bad. Other people think it is wrong to exploit animals for human purposes. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. So you can cross what is your opinion and write discuss both views and give your own opinion. Clear? All right, let's go through this first paragraph. Right now, people are divided over whether. Now, by the way, this whether structure is very good. Whether I should go to Karachi or Islamabad. Whether I should learn to speak English or computer sciences, something like that. So, whether or, because when you use whether or, you use a compound sentence. And in discussion essay, they give you both sides in a compound sentence, right? So, right now, people are divided over whether using animals for the benefits of human is acceptable or not. For acceptable, you can use any other word, right? Otherwise, it will be copy. Personally, I strongly believe that using animals for human purpose is wrong. So, which side is this? You can see in the topic they have mentioned, other people think it is wrong. So, in the first paragraph, it is mentioned that I am going to follow that it is wrong to exploit animals for human purpose. Listen, 2 sentences. First sentence is paraphrasing the topic. Second sentence is thesis sentence where you are telling out of 2 sides of discussion, I will support this one. So, let's go on. Now, there is a large paragraph. In this large paragraph, this writer will only write on the point he agrees with. And that is, exploiting animals for the benefit of humans is problematic in the following ways. Now, those ways are given. Okay, please look here. Whenever you take a look or whenever you write any essay, keep 4 points in mind. Number one, task response. Task response means you have written according to the topic. For example, they've given you the topic about animals and using animals, and you write an essay, animals are very beautiful. I like animals very much. Animals are this, animals are that. My favorite animal is cow, Pio, and all that, okay? So that's going to be wrong approach. You should see the topic is not animals, right? So, exploiting animals for the benefit of human is problematic in the following ways. Yeah, I was telling you, first thing is task response. Number two, grammar. And grammar means, remember 3 C's, C, C, C. The first C is compound sentences, mainly. The second C is complex. One sentence in a paragraph, in body paragraph is okay. One sentence in body paragraph. In introduction and conclusion, even if you don't use any complex sentence, that's all right. Compound, complex, and when you give example, you can use conditional sentences. For example, if we use animals for our own purpose, in the future, there will not be any animals on this planet. If, for example, right? So these 3 C's are important. Now, after this, third criteria is vocabulary. So you should use vocabulary which is related to the topic. Topic related vocabulary. Fancy words will never improve your band score. Let me warn you. Fancy words will never improve your band score, right? Because they are not your own words. They don't belong to you and you don't use them appropriately. For example, if one paragraph is written, in one paragraph, 4 sentences have grammar mistakes. One sentence is beautifully written. No mistake at all. Proper punctuation, proper spelling and all that. Examiners will doubt that sentence, that this is a learned phrase or a crammed phrase or crammed answer. All the crammed answers, crammed phrases will be out of the word count. Out of the word count means they will not bother to see. They will not see कि इसको देख के अच्छा band देना है. They will ignore that very thing and they know this is a crammed sentence. So anything that does not match with the rest of your writing will go against you. Okay, so be careful. रट्टा लगा के अच्छा band नहीं आएगा. बल्कि अगर कोई words ऐसे लिखते हैं जिसका वहाँ पे ताल्लुक भी नहीं है, आपने लिख दिया, so that will be out of the word count. Okay, so fourth criteria is coherence and cohesion. Ideas should be well connected. Like they say, firstly, some scientific experiments which use animals are completely inhuman. So firstly told us, this is the first point. This thing is called coherence and cohesion. Next you see, for example, right now, you know, when you go for shopping, all the clothes which are there hanging, there is a tag. You look at the tag and you check the price and you get to know from the tag what the price is. Coherence and cohesion, these phrases are like tags. When there is a tag of, for example, you understand this sentence contains example. When there is a tag of first of all, you know this is the first point. When there is a tag of finally, lastly, that means this is the last point. When there is a tag of additionally, that means you're going to add some more. So these tags are very important and we call them coherence and cohesion, and all 4 things are equal to 9 band. And then 9 divided by 4, that is your band. Sometimes, you know, if your grammar is poor, but your task response is good, you may get good band in task response, low band in grammar, right? So you just need to score a good band in all 4 things. Anyways, for example, students use animals to do experiments at school while studying biology. You did dissection of frog, huh? All of you, almost, yeah? So, unfortunately, that also teaches students how to treat animals badly at the same time. Now, they showed you how to dissect frog there, and many students, they dissected at home also. Catch another frog, the do. Yeah, and we dissect it and we just see how it is done and all that. The second problem is, what does that tell us? That's the second point. So why the second problem is written? To achieve coherence and cohesion. Right? Now you can see all the points which are in bold. As they say, firstly, then for example, then the second problem is, right? The second problem is, each year many hunters violate the law. One illustration of this is, now what does it mean? Example, well done, very good. One illustration of this is, some businesses want to make more money, so they hire hunters to kill animals illegally for the sake of experiments. Thirdly, third point, coherence and cohesion. Now you can see everything very systematically. There is no mishmash. There is no khichdi, as we say, right? All things are different. Thirdly, killing animals makes the ecosystem further deteriorate. In actuality, humans are sabotaging the ecosystem by killing more animals on purpose without realizing the consequences in the long term. Now, this was the side which has been discussed because the writer of this essay agreed with this side, or he favored that side. Now, let's go on to the next side. I would argue that animals are necessary when it comes to conducting research about new medicine to improve human health. Can you see that? Now he is going to elaborate on the other side where animal testing should be allowed. Nonetheless, closer examination would show that there are many volunteers that are happy to experience the experiments, and research institutes are happy to pay them too. Volunteers means human being. Now, you know, when corona vaccine was discovered or invented or whatever, there were some people who volunteered themselves that, okay, you can do this on me, you can do this experiment on me. So they are saying, instead of using animals, there are people who can volunteer themselves and we can just use them. This makes sense in that alternative methods can be used to replace utilizing animals. Now, conclusion in one sentence: according to the above mentioned analysis, it is manifest, or it can be manifested, but it is just a second, this is wrong. It should be it manifests. Just cross is and then write s with manifest.
You said it is manifested.
It is manifested is also right, passive voice. It manifests that using animal for human purposes is not acceptable and alternative ways can be identified. And in conclusion, you have mentioned very clearly which side of discussion you support, right? So this essay is bound to get around 7.5 to 8 band. The wording is very good, layout is very good, and see, you did not find any word which is unusual, which you say fancy word and all that. Okay? Yeah.